Hello Edraw enthusiasts, welcome back to our channel, where creativity thrives and innovation knows no bounds. As a part of our 10th anniversary celebration, we're thrilled to launch a special campaign. With every video release, we'll be selecting 5 winners every 2 weeks to receive a monthly license for either Edraw Mind or Edraw Max. To participate, simply comment on the video with your answer to the question posed at the end or any related to the discussed topic, and make sure to follow our account. But that's not all. When we reach 30,000 followers, 10 lucky winners will receive an annual license valued up to $99. Share this fantastic news with your friends, and together, you all could be winners of Edraw licenses, unlocking a world of productivity through our powerful diagramming tools. Today's tutorial is all about how to do user story mapping using Edraw Max. So if you're into Agile project management and want to make your backlog work smarter, you're in the right place. User story map is a technique that adds a new dimension to your backlog. This technique helps you understand how your system functions and uncovers any gaps or missing pieces. With that, let's get into the further details of user story mapping and learn how it can enhance team collaboration. Number 1, before we dive into this video, there are some key principles to consider when using user story mapping in Agile project development. First, it's all about customer value, as you need to consider what adds value to your users and your business. Next, agility is all about being iterative and incremental for constant learning and improvement. As it goes hand in hand with Agile project management, you must always look for ways to enhance your processes. And of course, there's prioritization. In user story mapping, knowing what to focus on first is highly necessary. So prioritize the most valuable tasks and work your way down the list. As we discussed the basics of user story mapping, let's dive into the backbone of a user story as you continue watching this tutorial. Basically, a user story's backbone is like a map's foundation. It comprises epics or themes that summarize the overall user activities within the system. And for instance, an epic could be search products. These epics are strategically arranged in horizontal order, mirroring the user's sequential steps while interacting with the product. This arrangement provides a clear visualization of the user journey. Now, if you are still unclear about what story mapping is, let's discuss how to practically implement and visualize this using Edraw Max. The first step is to gather context to achieve a more effective approach to enhancing user experience. Understanding the user's needs and priorities is necessary. Edraw Max helps us prioritize these epics by introducing a user story template. The x-axis of the template represents the user journey, while the y-axis signifies priority. This two-dimensional view allows us to place each epic or theme in its respective quadrant, giving a clear context of its importance in the user story. With that, follow the discussed instructions to select user story mapping templates using Edraw Max. So first, what you're going to do is you're going to launch Edraw Max and select the Home tab on the left side panel. Now, search for User and choose the Example Mapping under the Template section. So you can see this on the top right here. Just going to type in User, and we can select the Example Mapping template right here. Then head on to customize this template as per your requirements. You can just make any changes to all of the items within it with ease. As we head into the video further, we'll now create a user story mapping centered around the concept of a perfect morning routine. Perform these practical steps to make your mapping project a breeze. Let's break down the process into actionable steps, and we'll be performing these steps live on Edraw Max. Step 1. Here in Edraw Max, you can open the tool and start with user research. Use Edraw Max's AI mind map feature and click on the AI diagramming button right there. And then from there, on the right side panel, you can search for the prompt perfect morning routine to generate some ideas in order to create a perfect user story map. So I'm going to type out perfect morning routine, press enter. And then now, as you have gathered the ideas, you can see it populates it very quickly. You can head to the main interface and access the example mapping template as we previously discussed. So take a look at all of this right here, then go back to the example mapping template. Here we can write down your ideas within the boxes and head on to arrange them. You can set the defined rules, arrange these tasks into a required sequence, and colorize the boxes to make user story mapping more organized. In case you need to change any example or a rule, select the text written and a menu box will appear. Then you can replace the text, update your map with a custom font, fill in the color, and even set the alignment. All of these are very quick and easy to do and require minimal effort as it's a very intuitive platform. To make this tutorial more interesting, we will dive into Edraw Max v13's latest AI-generated user story mapping feature. This smart addition simplifies how we create and understand user stories. We'll take a look at how Edraw Max v13, with its new AI capability, brings practical benefits to our Agile project management process. Step 1 is to access Edraw Max's main interface, and within the Home tab, choose AI User Story under the AI Diagramming section. Afterward, we can search for the same prompt, Perfect Morning Routine, in the right side panel. Now, with the help of AI, the software will generate an entire user story mapping design that you can customize and manage by changing the sequence or modifying the text. As you can see right here on the bottom, there is a user story option that makes this very easy. We have now discussed everything in detail about how to do user story mapping. However, there are some considerations. As you can see, when I write Perfect Morning Routine, it's going to generate an entire user story mapping design that you can customize and manage by changing the sequence or modifying the text. So we have now discussed everything in detail about how to do user story mapping. However, there are some considerations that you must be aware of. Some mistakes need to be avoided when using the user story mapping. Number 1 is going to be poor user research. One of the foundational errors is inadequate user research. Without a deep understanding of your users, their needs, and pain points, things can only get worse. So it's not just about knowing who your users are, but understanding how they interact with your product. Avoiding this mistake ensures your user stories are effective for real user experience. For instance, creating a user story without knowing that your users prefer voice commands over text inputs can lead to features that miss the mark entirely. Investing time in understanding your users through surveys, interviews, and analytics to overcome this is going to be really important. Another big mistake is crafting vague user stories. A user story should be clear, concise, and actionable. Vagueness leads to ambiguity and ultimately misalignment within the team that only damages team collaboration. Consider a user story that reads, "As a user base, I want a better interface." What defines a better interface? Is it about aesthetics, functionality, or usability? Without clarity, the development team may interpret this differently, leading to a product that doesn't meet the user's needs. Failing to engage the team in user story writing process is also a big mistake people make. Moving on to the third mistake, involving the entire team in the user story writing process is crucial. Failing to engage team members can result in a lack of diverse perspectives and a limited understanding of potential challenges. Successful user stories are a collaborative effort. The development team, designers, product owners, and others should contribute to their insights. This enriches the user stories and fosters a sense of ownership and commitment among team members. Our fourth and final common mistake in user story mapping involves acceptance criteria. Acceptance criteria should be balanced for a completed user story, ensuring everyone is on the same page. However, being too technical or overly vague in acceptance criteria can lead to misunderstandings. Consider vague acceptance criteria like the feature should be intuitive. What defines the word intuitive? On the other hand, overly technical criteria might include complex coding jargon that only developers can understand. This can hinder effective collaboration and result in a product that doesn't meet user expectations. So avoiding these common mistakes is important for creating user stories that truly resonate with your users and drive successful Agile project management. So to maximize the benefits of the user story mapping process, you must integrate Edraw Max's tool into your workflow. Using this powerful platform, you can adopt a user story template to ensure a structured and efficient approach to your Agile project management. You can look at these templates as a user story mapping example to make the most of this tool by going to the template section and looking this up, user story. You can see right here that these are some great examples and can be used as you see fit. Ultimately, user story mapping is invaluable for enhancing team collaboration throughout the project management lifecycle. Moreover, the collaborative nature of user story mapping encourages cross-functional communication, adopting a shared understanding among team members, and as a recommendation for optimizing the user story mapping process, Edraw Max emerges as a powerful and user-friendly tool. Edraw Max offers a comprehensive platform for creating, customizing, and sharing user story maps, providing teams with the necessary features to streamline their collaborative efforts. We hope you like this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.